Canada's service sales coach, Joe Crisara.
Welcome to the Service MVP Podcast, the show that helps home service professionals master high-value sales, build stronger client relationships, and grow their business like never before. Join industry experts as they share real strategies that drive results. If you're ready to level up your service game, you're in the right place. Let's get started.
It's the Service MVP Podcast.
Something that I always love to ask here in this podcast too, Joe, is a question that sometimes can be a little bit upside down, because I think as business owners and entrepreneurs, everyone always loves to share their wins and their successes and their case studies. Phenomenal, amazing, all power to that. I believe in that as well. But people rarely don't show the challenges. So that side of things, we all know business is not sunshines and rainbows. There's always challenges along the way, things that we have to overcome to then achieve the things that we always want to achieve. So I'd love to start there. What are some of the challenges that maybe you faced back then, and how are they different from the challenges that you have right now in the company?
I don't think the challenges are any different from any business. Even when I first started out doing plumbing, heating and air conditioning, electrical, and that kind of a business, and now I do coaching and training and consulting. Retention of the current client you have is the number one sale we get, right? So instead of having it's expensive to find new clients that go, pay for pay-per-click or lead generators or people answering the phone or making outbound calls. You got to pay for all that. If you keep a certain client and they just keep buying from you, that's the most profitable sale of all. So that was true in the plumbing business and the electrical or HVAC, in my business right now, and in your business too, whatever your business you're in. Keeping the client is the number one sale we have, because that one's the most profitable sale, because we don't have to pay all the money to generate the lead or learn about them. We already know who they are. We already know the solution. Now we can just provide more of the same solution to that client. And so that's the most profitable. So if you're out of balance, if you're saying, if 90% of your work is coming from new clients every week, you're going to be not as profitable, because you're always having to start over again. When you are 90% of your work is with people who are loyal clients, you're going to make more money. It's going to be more profitable. So that's a simple truth, I would say. Yeah. That is the thing that's a challenge, is to make sure that we retain the current people that we have, make sure they're happy, not always focus on new things. Like this podcast will generate new people, but also might have other people who used to know me, like, oh, I have to go back to that guy. I haven't seen him for a while. So maybe somebody who knows, or maybe somebody who currently does know me, and then they say, you know what, I need to buy more stuff from that guy. So, I'm saying, so it could be a reminder, or it could be new people. Honestly, new people are a little bit more, less profitable, because we have to take the time, we have to invest time without getting paid anything to learn about people, to diagnose their problems, and then create solutions. So a lot of work goes into just giving somebody a price, honestly. Yeah. And then getting them started or on board, it takes an effort too. And you don't get paid any extra for that, no matter what business you're in. And so that's the part about it. That's what I would say is my number one challenge. And really, I think everybody's number one. If I would say one thing, the easiest thing to sell is somebody who's already bought,
Interesting. Well, actually, I'd love to ask a secondary question to that, which I've often asked to many of the guests on the podcast now. Out of 170 recordings we've done, I would say at least 95% have gotten this question. So you're a big group too. What if you had a magic wand, Joe? And when you're looking at the growth of the company, the revenue targets, the client acquisition targets, whatever that might be, I think so many times as the leaders of a company, we're trying to focus on so many different priorities. But for this one, you just get one thing. And if it is the thing we just talked about, sure, just let me know. But if you had to wave that wand and solve one specific obstacle, challenge, hurdle within the company right now, what's the thing that you want to solve to then achieve all the growth goals, the revenue targets that you want to hit?
You're talking about for my company, for Service MVP?
Yeah, for Service MVP. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing, if I had a magic wand, it would be to make sure that we have my clients advocating for us. The more people we have that advocate for us, the easier it is to get new clients either as well too. So it keeps the revenue machine working if my current clients are advocating for us. So to make it easy for them to advocate or onboard somebody to our company, think that's probably our biggest challenge, because we do have a lot of clients. We have over, we've like on the book, on this book that we sold recently called What Should We Do? We have over 135,000 sales of the book. And it's a lot of people on following up with it, right? So if I said, if I had a magic wand, I would like to have those 135,000 people not just buy a book, but also use my services as well. And we have done a thing where people can get a free access to our training by buying the book. So it's starting to work that way. But you know what? If I had a magic wand, I'd like to have basically, and now with the magic of AI, there is a magic wand there, because AI is allowing us to do more without having to be able to do more for people automatically, using my voice and using our material without having to do it all myself. You can't do it by yourself. That's why I said having somebody else to advocate for you, it helps when you got more than one person. There's no one person who could be successful on their own. It takes several people who are going to advocate for you and recommend you to other people. That's really where it's most successful. And if that never stops being a challenge, because as I have advocates, some of them fade away, or they change their business, or I have to create new ones. So that's something that's there. Does that make sense?
Amazing. No, I love that answer. And I have one final question for you here, Joe, which is actually not a question from me. It's a question from our last guest to you, and they had no idea who you were. So here's the question. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Sometimes this question is not fitting. This is perfectly fitting for our entire discussion here. So I'm excited to hear your answer. How did you deal with your first significant client churn? And what steps are you taking to reduce churn in a market where everyone is attempting to cut costs?
Well, it fits right into that thing, right? The part of there. So what we've done, how did I deal with the first client churn? I called up that client and see if there's something I could do to get feedback to improve. My number one thing was like, hey, where did I fall short? If you're going to get away from our business, where is it that I fell short? What would you suggest as an improvement we could make to bridge the gap there? And then we did that. They gave us feedback, and we did bridge the gap. I came back and said, you want to give it a try? How about if we give you another month for free, and then we successfully retained that client and on that churn, right? By doing it that way. And I think that's just the kind of way we do things. Even if we start to lose a client, we try to do something to find out where we're falling short. To take responsibility is the number one thing when you have client churn. I think when you start blaming your clients for not staying around, you're obviously you're blaming the wrong side of the mirror. You should, I would say, point the thumb at yourself over here. Don't point the finger out there at somebody else. If you're pointing the finger at your client for not continuing to purchase your service, there's three fingers. I say you point one finger out there, there's three fingers pointing back at you. You're the reason why things have stopped. Makes sense? So that's the thing about it. So I would say, I'm not sure if the answer is it completely, but I would say, what can I do to make sure that we serve you better, so that you can stay or remain a loyal client from us? That's what I was trying to do in the number one thing. Makes sense?
Yes, that's awesome. Because right away it was just, hey, how can I improve? How can I make this better? How can I make this right? And then you did. So thank you so much for sharing that incredible story. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. What an incredible and insightful conversation. Where should people go if they want to learn a little bit more about you and everything you guys have going on?
You can go to servicemvp.com if you want to, and either join there. We have a free membership there. You can listen to the audiobook for free if you want to join there. Or if you want to just go on Amazon, you can purchase my book called What Should We Do? In the probably a link will be in the Amazon thing we have there. So we'll definitely have that for you. We have the audiobook right now is the most popular method. It's 9-hour audiobook. So it's not a small thing. It's a legitimate produced 430-page book. That's nine hours of Audible. And it's on Audible. It's on Amazon. So if you want to listen to that, you're welcome to do that. Thank you for listening and watching the Service MVP podcast. I want to give you a copy of my free book. Just click on the link below in the description, and one will be sent to you from me personally. Thank you so much for listening.